The horrors of Grenfell shocked a nation, but how much did the government know before the fire? A document shown at the inquiry reveals that an official in charge of building regulations warned of flammable insulation being used on high-rise buildings 3 years before the tragedy. An email from 2014 given as a friendly warning said several buildings had been erected where PIR insulation has been used in cladding panels. It continues, apparently people are under the impression that PIR is a material of limited combustibility, which it isn't. We now know Kingspan was producing flammable insulation that was going on residential buildings like Grenfell. But despite warnings from the government and others, they were accused of lying about the safety of their product at the inquiry.
At the time, it was this was all what we believed to be the position.
What I'm going to suggest to you is that actually it was a deliberate lie, all of this. It wasn't just inadvertent. It was a deliberate strategy on the part of Kingspan to deceive not only the NHBC and other professionals, but by now potentially DCLG in giving the response you've just given.
That was never my intention.
And yet there were even more warnings. Fire safety experts said flammable insulation was an accident waiting to happen years before Grenfell. But instead of listening, Kingspan threatened legal action to anyone questioning the safety of their product. Kingspan's flammable K15 insulation was used on part of Grenfell Tower, helping spread the flames that killed 72 people. But this deadly material went on many other buildings.
What would your estimate be of the number of buildings that K15 went on?
There was an outside figure of 400.
That's at least 400 other Grenfells that the government knew was dangerous 3 years before the tragedy. Martel, ITV News at the Grenfell Inquiry.